So welcome everybody. I'm going to do a transformational guided meditation tonight, but we'll just work towards that slowly. So comfortable sitting position. Remember, you can always use a chair if you need to. Spine nice and straight. Let's take a deep breath in. A sigh out. And now let's take a twist to the right and hold, and just really draw yourself around using your arms. Focus on the breath. Change. Just noticing where the body's holding tension from the day. To center. Let's roll the shoulders. Okay. You're picking that up on the microphone. Crunching. Right now, let's bring our hands to our shoulders. We're going to use a sigh out again. Breathe in. Change directions. Lovely. Now keep your hands on the shoulders. Just going to release the thoracic spine a little bit. So inhale to your left, exhale to the right. Start off slowly and then build up the speed to suit you. Inhale, exhale. Back to center. Take a deep breath in. Let the hands release. And again. Lovely. Let's take one hand behind the head. I'm going to move from our elbow, other hand just supporting you, and just stretch into the ribs. Breathe deeply. Imagine the intercostal muscles really expanding and shining out some light from the heart space. Yes. Let's go the other way. So as we're just warming towards a meditation, and I'm going to give you some breath work in a minute as well. We're going to be working with bringing information up from the subconscious mind. So we're going to meditate first, and then we're going to add in a beta thought process that brings up information that needs to be healed. So an example of that is allowing ourselves to relax our mental habits and behaviors that are set up to protect us, but have formed habits or behaviors that are now quite damaging to us in ourself and in relationships. Habits that we set up for survival, perhaps through a fear response, reactions, defense mechanisms, and even verbal reactions. Let's go the other way. So maybe stretch the arm out fully now. Maybe go a little bit deeper. So just releasing tension through the torso. So I want you to just become aware of an issue, problem, or a block that you feel needs to be transformed. Okay, let's go away a little bit deeper. Back to center. Okay, so let's just check in with our breath. So bring the hands together, just let them rest. And become aware of the natural breath. Notice how there's a natural pause at the top of the breath in. And at the end of the breath out, a natural pause. Just a moment of stillness. Noticing how the breath feels when it comes into the nostrils and you follow it down into the lungs and then following all the way back out. Notice the shift in temperature, the change in sound, the different energy dynamic that you get with the inhale and the exhale. Noticing how the body's feeling. Is there a little bit of residual tension from the day? And being aware of what you want to bring to this meditation to be transformed. And then we're going to work with the extended exhale. So we'll start with 4 in and 6 out. The inhale will always be 4, but the exhale will get longer. And just, I'll take you up to around about 12, maybe a little bit longer out. But if that feels too much, then just stay at a count that suits you. So let's start with the breath in and sigh out again. Once more. Last one. Lovely. Now breathe into the nose for a count of 4. And breathe out for 6. And just keep going. increase the exhale to 8. Keep the breath in at 4. Let's increase the exhale to 10. Notice how the inhale is really quite dynamic and the nostrils are quite open to get that breath in. And then the exhale is very slow. It's very quiet. It's much more passive. And remember, you can stay at a lower count if that feels better for you. Try to pause a little bit at the top of the inhale so that you're not just letting go of the breath quickly. So you're consciously controlling the exhale. And now we're going to breathe out for 12 if it's comfortable. So remember, pause at the top of the inhale so you're consciously aware of breathing out slowly. Just letting go in that exhalation, total surrender. Slowly releasing completely. So considering what it is that you'd like to work on inside of yourself. This may be a simple body sensation that's creating a block. Or it could be a particular issue or problem that's in the back of the mind. And I want you to let go of any preconceptions of this process or any expectations of any particular solution or outcome. Let the body relax completely. Being aware of the stillness of the body as you focus on it. And becoming fully aware of the right side of the body, the left side of the body, the right arm and hand, the left arm and hand, the right leg and foot, the left leg and foot, the front and the back of the body, face, the head, the whole body. And focus now once again on your breathing. Deep, slow, abdominal breathing. Let the whole body fill with light with this breath. And let the breath slow down as much as possible. Allow it to become almost silent as it flows in and out. And remember to relax your tongue. So notice the tongue. If you can feel it pulling slightly at the back, it means that you're talking to yourself. So imagine the tongue dropping down and back into the palate. Relax the tongue completely. And any time you have an unwanted thought, just allow the tongue to relax again. Nice long exhalation. And breathe the thought away. Breathe relaxation into your mind. When you inhale, and when you exhale, breathe away the thoughts. Relax the body. Breathing in relaxation. Breathing out the thoughts. Gently scan the body and make sure that you're not holding any tension anywhere. Shine a light through the body like a torch beam, a searchlight, the light of awareness. And notice any areas that are darker than others. And breathe relaxation into those parts. As you exhale, breathe away the darkness. And continue this until you can see light or imagine light through your entire body. So you're breathing in light with your awareness, finding those darker places within you, illuminating them with the light and breathing out the darkness. And now I want you to begin to imagine or create a safe and healing environment for yourself in your mind. It can be indoors or outdoors. And I want you to walk around this environment. Notice the colours, the shapes, forms. Be aware of textures, the atmosphere, the temperature, sounds, smells, even tastes. Explore this safe, healing environment using all your senses and your imagination, this safe place for you to heal. And make any changes that you want to make to this environment, adding anything that you might need for your health and well-being. Create a space that is secure and it feels safe and it's calm. Now I want you to find a comfortable place within this environment that you've created for yourself to sit or lay down in your imagination and allow yourself to go into a very, very deep relaxation and meditation, deep, deep inside of yourself. Letting go, just letting go, go inside. And from this place, this deep place inside of yourself, begin to get in touch with the part of you that needs transformation, needs healing, needs to be changed, connecting to it. It might be the issue that you originally thought about, or it might be something completely different that's appeared from the subconscious mind. And find some way to allow this part of you to manifest. It could be through a symbol or an image or a body sensation. Maybe it's a feeling or a sound or even a voice in your head. Or it could simply be a sense of knowing that the part that needs to be healed is present within you. And I want you to start to begin an internal dialogue with this aspect of yourself. And I want you to ask it if it's willing to communicate with you. And just notice if there's a reply. If it seems uncertain, ask it what needs to happen to make it more willing to communicate with you. You may hear the answer in words, or there may be a series of images that appear in your mind, or a sense, you might sense them communicating, this aspect of yourself communicating through your body, through sensations, or it may just be a kind of knowing. Just remember to trust what you are feeling and experiencing that's coming from your subconscious mind. And what follows is a series of questions that you might like to ask this part of you. And each time we do this type of meditation, it's different. So only use the questions as a guide. You might find other questions appear that you want to ask this aspect of yourself. So begin by asking this part that needs transformation, how it's feeling right now. Is it feeling threatened at all by this experience? And reassure it that what you are doing in this process is for the benefit of your being as a whole. So this aspect of yourself that maybe's been hurt, you're here to support that aspect of yourself as well as your wholeness. And that you're doing this to heal and not to hurt. I want you to ask this part of you, how long has this been here? Is this new? Or is it a very old aspect that needs to be healed? Notice what arises. Symbols, thoughts, images, memories. Just observe it. Be the observer, the witness to the experience. So this may lead you to ask, how did you get here? How did this aspect of yourself get trapped? How did it get here? And now ask this part, what do you need? What do you need or what do you want from me? And again, wait for a response, and that response might come in many ways for you. We all experience it differently. Just really working with the breath. And next you might ask, what role or purpose does this part play in your life, if any? Has it become trapped and it's kept you in cycles of behavior and patterns of reaction? Is there a positive purpose of it? How does it serve you now? And if the purpose seems negative or a bit obscure, ask again what the positive purpose is so that you can discover how this issue or problem may be serving you. Remember to relax the tongue if you feel that you're overthinking. Relax the tongue. Is this part playing a role that you still need in your life? And if so, how can this role be fulfilled in a way that is more beneficial to you? And if you don't need this service anymore, how can you transform this part within you? If you no longer want this role performed for you, so quite often we put roles get put into place when we're young because they protect us and they're useful when we're young. Habits of behavior and reactions, but they're not useful as we get older. But gently and yet decisively inform this part of you that its role is no longer needed. What needs to happen if this part is to work in a way that is healing, healthy, and beneficial to you in the present? What needs to happen for the transformation you are seeking to occur? Is this part willing to let you change? To let this change occur? And if not, what needs to happen to allow this part to be willing to change? Remind it that you're doing this for the benefit of the whole right now, and that your needs have changed, possibly dramatically, since this part was set up to fulfill a particular role in your life. I want you to start to sensualize this change. Use as many of your senses as possible to imagine change taking place. give your appreciation to it, acknowledging the part that it played and the hard work that it has done for you when you were perhaps younger. Even if it has fulfilled a function that you disagree with now, offer your appreciation for the fact that inside of yourself, this part of you thought that it was working for your benefit. And allow it to respond to you. And ask if there's anything else that it wants to say. Take a moment to check to see if any other issues have been stimulated by this process. Are there any other parts inside of you that want to say something to you? So sometimes this change inside of us can activate sensations of happiness, sadness, feeling frightened, disturbed, or even pleased by the transformation. Just give them an opportunity to communicate with you. And if necessary, have a bit of a dialogue with these other aspects that might be arising out of the subconscious mind that need to be cleared. Let them know that you appreciated them, that they no longer need to be with you. And that a closure is not always necessary because it's not always an ending. We can go back to this dialogue with this aspect of ourselves anytime we need to. Now just take the next few moments to begin to crystallize your experience into a few key images, maybe a word or phrases, so that you would be able to verbalize them. If you were talking to a friend, or you could write them down, so you can fix this experience clearly in the conscious mind, so it remains present, so you don't slip back into the subconscious. So just a few more moments to gather and to crystallize this experience in your conscious mind. Images, words, maybe a few key phrases that come from this. And remember that you can always return and reinforce this transformation whenever you need to. So preparing to move out of meditation, bring the hands together. Bring those images, symbols, words with you. And after we close the meditation, I want you to write them down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale down through the midline. And again, breathe in. Have a sigh out now. And last one. And namaste.